Hello everybody, welcome back to Tabby Loves. I'm Tabitha and I talk to you about the things that I love. Remember to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Today we are going to be doing my, what month is it? May? We're going to be doing my May reading wrap up. Now, I listened to a great deal of audiobooks this month, and I have about 3 physical books-ish, but we'll get to that in a second. We are going to be doing this in order of the order that I read it. Because, you know, I switch it up, I swear, every single month. I never do it the exact same way. I'm trying to figure out which way I like it best. But, I have it all written in order of from the beginning of the month all the way to the end of the month. So, let's get into it. Let's start. The first book that I finished was Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman. I think that's how you say his name. I read this because my mom absolutely loved this book in the series, and she really wanted me to read it. And honestly, this was already on my radar, but her pushing me to read it definitely made me read it a lot quicker than I would have. And I'm glad I did. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, I love the world. I love the setup. It's fun how creative this is. Like, I just thoroughly enjoyed myself the entire time I was reading it, and I definitely plan on continuing this series. I have a lot of series on my belt, so I don't know when I get to it, but I know for a fact I want to get to it, and I've already downloaded the second book on my Kindle. So, yeah. That, for sure, is an A+ from me. I gave this 5 stars, 100%. Next up, I did the audiobook In Your Dreams. This concludes the When in Rome series. This has been, I mean, I don't usually follow along with a lot of like standalone romance kind of things, but I really have enjoyed Sarah Adams' standalone romance with her When in Rome series, and this book, finishing it off, was absolutely perfect. I am someone that loves books that have to do with, like, food in some way, too. Like someone being a chef, like magic food, like that kind of stuff. So this was just a double whammy with the main character wanting to be a chef, and it's Sarah Adams romance books. So, I just thoroughly enjoyed it. Love, love, love. I also gave this 5 stars. Up next is Meat. This one, you already know if you're like a regular on my page that I do my Reading Smut series, and I have an entire video on Meat, because that was my Exploring Smut book for this month. And what can I say about it here? It was silly. It was fun. It didn't take itself too seriously. I gave it 3 stars. And I usually rate these based on the genre, not necessarily, like, the book itself. Like, a 5-star of one of these kind of books versus, like, a 5-star, like, you know, like Dungeon Crawler Carl kind of 5 stars. Different 5 stars, let me tell you. And this one still only got a 3. But, that being said, there is a small possibility that I would be willing to continue this series. So, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'll put a little something along here where you can go watch my deep dive into this one. Next is Neon Gods. This is the buddy read I did with my friend Adia for the month. We do a buddy read every single month, and I liked this one. I wasn't sure how much I was going to like it going into it. I do find Hades and Persephone's retellings to get a bit tired. Like, there's so many, like, different Greek myths, and I feel like whenever there's romance books written, it's most of the time Hades and Persephone retellings. But, that being said, I still thoroughly enjoyed this one. It was a lot spicier than I was expecting it to be. I was not expecting it to go where it did, but I'm glad it did. I could have read that for my Exploring Smut segment as well, to be honest, but I didn't, so, you know, that's on me. But I don't know, I like this couple better than I thought I would. I like this writing better than I thought I would. The only other book I've read from this author is, it was like The Court of the Vampire Queen or something like that, and I really disliked that one. So I'm glad to see that this one was significantly better for whatever the reason is. And I gave it, what did I give it? I gave it 4 stars, so yeah. I was really feeling the kind of Greek myth mood, so then I listened to the audiobook of Circe. This one has been like on my radar for a while because it was really popular at one point, and I know Song of Achilles is also really popular, written by the same author. Song of Achilles I think came out first. I haven't read it. I might though, because I really enjoyed this one. So I might give Song of Achilles a chance because I thought Circe was, it was interesting. It was, like, here and there, it was a little bit dry. I had a little bit of trouble getting into it, but once the action really started to pick up, I really, like, got a lot more locked into it and was enjoying it a lot more. I even, like, I was like Googling Circe, like the way the original myth, because I know the myth in regards to Odysseus visiting her island, and that was kind of it. So being able to like dive more into her character, both of what the book told me and the research I did afterwards to just see what the actual character, like what the actual mythology was, that was a lot of fun for me. So I'm glad I did it. You know, I gave this book 4 stars as well. And you know, yeah, I recommend. Yeah. One of the experimental books I did, which is like a book outside of my comfort zone, right, is Daughter of Egypt. Now, if you were paying attention to my TikToks, I make every single month, like, oh, these are the releases I'm into for the next month. And Daughter of Egypt was on one of those videos because I was interested in the premise. You know, archaeology is interesting to me, but I don't know, the way that this book was set up was not exactly how I was expecting it. And like, I started to like it the further I went into it, but it was very dry. It, like, I really, like, struggled to enjoy every single aspect of this story. But I'm also not really a historical fiction kind of person. Like, so I think that could have been what part of the problem of it was for me. Like, I think it's not a genre I typically like to read, and the historical fiction part was a lot more prominent with like the 1920s like timeline than I thought it would be. But I did enjoy the alternate timeline that we also get throughout the book, which is the timeline for, I'm gonna butcher this pharaoh's name. You know, I'm not even gonna try. The female pharaoh that's in the book, her point of view, fantastic. I loved all of those chapters, to be honest. Those were my favorite chapters. I think I gave this, what did I give it? I gave it 3 stars. So like just down the middle, like it was okay. And again, I think maybe if I was more of a historical fiction person, maybe I'd fall more one way or the other. But since I'm not, in my experience of it, 3 stars seems perfectly where it falls for me. It was after that I finished Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. There will be a video. It should be next week, actually. Next Wednesday. All my videos, they drop Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. But Well of Ascension, I am reading the Mistborn series as part of like a reading vlog, so I'll be able to dive deep into all of my thoughts on this. But I'll just say I absolutely loved it. I am loving all of the Mistborn books. These character arcs, the world building, the like politics done in this series is just so good. Like, I'm so happy that I've decided to try Brandon Sanderson, and I already know for a fact that I am going to read a lot more of his works in the future. I hope to explore his entire backlog at this point, which is going to take me forever. So don't expect it to happen anytime soon. But anyway, 5 stars. Keep an eye out next week for the reading vlog for this series. After that, I did the audiobook for Yesteryear, and this one was interesting. I've definitely heard both positive and negative things about it. The internet's pretty divided about it. I thought it was okay. Like, it didn't hit very deeply on some of the points that I thought it was going to. Like, there was just several themes, several messages that it started to go hard on and then, like, backed off. Like, that's the only way I can think of to describe it. This one, you know, it's like a homestead, like, trad wife influencer goes back in time and like has to live the life she's advertising to people, but it's not really that, like, that's not really the direction it ends up focusing on, which was unexpected. Like, the whole reason I picked up this book was the kind of going back in time element, and that it wasn't done very well. I'll just say that. But that being said, I was, like, interested to see where it was going. I was interested to see what was actually going on with the character, like, what had happened, like, how did she get sent back in time, or whatever. Like, I was interested to see the outcome, so I did persevere, and I did finish it. And yeah, I think I gave it 3 stars. Like, again, it was okay. Like, the writing itself was good, the plot just felt a little messy and lost at some points. But it could have been worse. It could have been worse. And then the final book of my reading wrap-up, which I'm technically cheating because I haven't finished it yet. I'm not even halfway through it. But this video is being filmed when I still have the rest of today and tomorrow to read it. It's still probably going to take a little bit longer than that, but I don't think it's going to take so much significantly longer that I can't include it in this video, because I know already that this book is going to get a 5-star, because, like, again, I said, been loving Mistborn, absolutely adoring it. I don't think there's no way that this ending will ever be bad enough to affect that 5-star rating. So I'm going to go ahead and clock it in now. You'll have to watch my Mistborn vlog to see if that changes and if I'm wrong, and I will apologize there. But I have a feeling I'm not going to be wrong. So yeah, this is the final book I read in May. So glad to have read this series. So glad. So many 5 stars this month. So, and next month is gonna look different. So don't worry. Let's get into the TBR now, huh? Let's get into TBR for June. So there's good news and bad news about my June TBR. The good news is I know that I'm going to like a majority of the books on it, at least for the physical reads. The bad news is also because of what these physical reads are. This is how much I need to read to be caught up on my SJM reread. I took a pause because I wanted to read the Mistborn series first. And now, technically, if I want to be, like, if I want to be on top of my own personal deadlines for doing the SJM reread, I need to read all the way through Kingdom of Ash. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. I think I'll be lucky if I get through Empire of Storms in that time. Like, these 3 I could potentially do, but they're all huge books. So I don't know. We're gonna have to actually wait and see for that one. Where it's gonna get interesting is with my buddy read and announcing my Exploring Smut segment for June. So let's get into that, since we now know that this is what my physical TBR is gonna look like for June. So I'll start with my buddy read for this month. It was my turn to choose what me and my friend Adia read. So I am choosing a childhood favorite of mine, which is one of the Bella Sara books. It's called like Nikki's Rescue or something like that. But it was one of my favorite Bella Sara books when I was younger. I figured we could use something that's nice and quick. It's only 75 pages. It's quick, it's whimsical, it's positive and upbeat, and I felt like I needed that personally, especially like you saw the monster TBR that's still over there. You can see it right there, that I want to finish this June. So I wanted something sweet and to the point. Especially because my Exploring Smut segment book is a bit longer than I usually would choose for this segment, so gotta find balance somewhere. But that being said, I'm excited to reread this as an adult and look at it from like just a fantasy lens and see like the world building in it, you know? And then finally, the Exploring Smut book for June is The Empress. Now, listen, I actually don't know 100% if this is like a true like spicy book. I feel like it's more so on like the has some smut scenes but actually has a story to it vibes than more of the erotica kind of stuff that we've been reading. So it is a bit longer. I think it's like 400 pages around there. But it's the covers, okay? The covers, I think, are absolutely adorable. And the covers are part of the reason I think they could work for this series anyway. It's like a portal fantasy, and this woman falls into a portal and into a fantasy realm of one of her favorite books or something like that, and she has to, like, pull some strings to go back or something like that. It's supposed to be a slow burn, so we'll see. But that's for us to explore in Exploring Smut. Some coming to you at some point in June. Now, from this TBR, you might have been able to guess if you watch a lot of my videos that there's a lot of books that appear on my wrap-up that are never on my TBR videos. And let me tell you, it's because these books come in through the library. Every single audiobook I listen to through the library. So when they come in is a mystery to me, so I don't include them in the TBR videos because sometimes the waits could be more than a month, you know? So they just kind of get peppered in. But I listen to a lot of fun stuff that way. So I can't wait to see what ends up coming in June. I already have some I know are lined up that I know are going to be fun. We're just going to have to wait and see. Alright, and that should do it. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much. Comment and let me know, what did you read in May? What was your favorite read in May? Have you read any of the books I read, and what were your thoughts? Let me know if you're hyped for the Mistborn reading vlog. It's going to be a long one. I can already tell you right now, it is going to be quite a bit of length. But I'm excited for it. I've never done a reading vlog like this before, like to this extent. So, like you'll have to let me know how it goes. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. Like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you want to see more. I post bookish content for the most part. Author content every once in a while. Sometimes I'll do a video game. Who knows? But for now, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!